Hey guys, I hope you're doing well today. Sorry I haven't posted in a while. I think it's been around 2 months since I've posted, so long time no post. I apologize for that, but my life has been extremely crazy, not in great ways and some in good ways, but I just had a really rough couple months and I didn't feel like posting on my beauty channel. I apologize for that. But I really wanted to get up my 2021 Makeup Empties because it's a video I do every single year. It's definitely not as much as it normally is. Last year's wasn't too crazy either, but I still wanted to share it with you and show you the products that I used up this year. So for the first two categories, I don't actually include them in my money totals. I don't really know why I do that, but I like to include them at the end of the year anyway. So I used up 5 perfumes this year. And this is like perfumes, body sprays, stuff like that. So I'll go through the 2 actual perfumes, and these are in roller balls. So I used up MAC Turquatic. This was beautiful, and I've wanted this perfume for so long, and I ended up buying it last summer, and it's just a very beautiful, fresh scent. I've been a little bit more lax with buying cruelty or non-cruelty free perfumes. I apologize if that offends you or if you're disappointed by that, but it's extremely hard to find cruelty free perfumes if I see a perfume and I buy it. So I'm sorry, but I'm doing the best I can. But this is one I would buy again. It's a great fresh scent for every day, so I really enjoyed this one. And this was Versace Bright Crystal. This one's also a fresh scent, but it's definitely more like mature. This one would be one I would repurchase if I was using it for like maybe a night out, whereas the MAC one I definitely used on a more like daily basis. I love a good perfume or body mist, anything like that. I just like to smell good. These ones are really great. And then I also finished a body mist of the Sweet Like Candy by Ariana Grande. This was okay, but then I ended up using it as like a room spray, and I have a cat, so you can put 2 and 2 together. So when he would use the litter box, I would use this after when I was getting sick of the scent. So then I associated it with poop. So I would not buy this again. It smelled okay. It was a decent scent. It was just like very sweet and girly, but just towards the end, I was like, I'm done with this. This one is the Bodycology Sweet Apple Cider Fragrance Mist, and this was purchased for me by Matt, my fiance, like last Christmas, not this past Christmas, but Christmas 2020, and it was a stocking stuffer. This one just kind of smelled like a fake apple scent. I used it on days I would go to the barn, or I would use it as a room spray. I used it for a bunch of different things. It wasn't my favorite, but I did finish it. And then this is Vanilla Bean Noel. This was just a sweet vanilla scent. I really like it. Vanilla Bean Noel is one of my favorite scents from Bath & Body Works. I also included my beauty sponges in the categories that I wanted to include, but not necessarily in the monetary value. And this is just the e.l.f. beauty sponge. It's definitely very gross. I think I might have finished one more this year, but I think I accidentally threw it out. I'm sure my one I'm currently on is due to be thrown out soon, but I don't think it's ripping or anything, and I do clean it, so it's fine right now. I don't feel like buying another one right now. So this one is just the only one that I used up this year, or at least is in my pile. Moving on to all of the makeup empties, like actual makeup empties. So I have lip stuff first, just because that's the least amount of products that I've gone through in this category. So first I have one lip gloss that I finished up, and this is the CoverGirl Exhibitionist Lip Gloss. They do have names on their website, but not on the packaging, which is kind of annoying. But this was like a rosy lip gloss. It was kind of more on the red side, and it's very warm toned, and it had some gold glitters in it. I love the feeling of it, and it smelled like vanilla. It was just a very nice lip gloss. I would buy this again if I didn't have 2 lip glosses that I wanted to finish up, just because I'm not wearing lip products too much these days. I finished 2 lip balms. This is the Natural Obsessions Birthday Cake Lip Balm. As you can see, there's some marks on here because it was in a project, but this wasn't my favorite lip balm. It wasn't very hydrating, and honestly, I feel like it dried my lips out more than it helped my lips, so I wouldn't buy this. This was a gift. And then this was also a gift too. This was the Carmex Comfort Care Natural Lip Balm with colloidal oatmeal, and this was just like a watermelon lip balm. It was actually very nice. I had never used a Carmex lip balm before, but I did really enjoy this one. Moving on to face products, I used up 2 primers. So the first small one right here is the Becca First Light Priming Filter. This also had marks on it because it wasn't a project. This was just a deluxe sample size, and it came out the same purple color that the packaging is. It was a very hydrating primer, and it helped brighten the skin. Becca, I don't think is a brand anymore, so you might be able to find this at like TJ Maxx or Marshalls. This is a primer I've loved for a very long time. This is the Too Faced Major Hangover RX Replenishing Face Primer. I actually have the full size going right now. This was like the biggest size that they had. I think this is retails for like $50 when it's like this large. I loved this. It took me like a whole year to go through it, and it's just a white lotiony consistency. It smells like coconuts and it's very hydrating. I actually used it today underneath of my makeup and like the one that I have back there. Love this primer. It's definitely one I would repurchase. I only finished one foundation this year, and this one is a favorite. This is the Makeup Revolution Foundation Stick. This gives such a beautiful finish to your skin. It gives you a medium to full coverage, and it gives me a nice glow. Beautiful, and I'm gonna roll it up, but you really can't see. But here is what the shade looks like. My camera is leaning a little bit more warm today, so it might look more orangey on camera than it does in real life. But I absolutely love this foundation. I have several foundations going right now that I want to finish up before I buy this again, but this one is definitely one of my favorite foundations ever. I finished up 2 concealers this year. One is from ColourPop. This is their No Filter Concealer. I do like this, but I feel like it's been more drying than their Pretty Fresh Concealer, which I have been using most of this year as well. So I don't think I would go back to the No Filter Concealer. If it was on sale, I might pick it up, but I would buy the Pretty Fresh over this one. And then this is the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer. I didn't love this one that much, and I didn't find it to be very hydrating. It definitely had nice coverage, but it just wasn't my favorite concealer. But it is only like probably $5 or $6 or less, so it's definitely affordable and a good price, but I don't know if I'd buy this again. I finished up 2 face mist or setting sprays, but they're mainly just face mists. These are both from Mario Badescu. This is the full size of the facial spray with aloe, cucumber, and green tea. A lot of people hate Mario Badescu to say that it doesn't really do anything for your skin, and that probably is true. I still love them, and I will repurchase. I just love the scent and the feeling that it gives my skin. It just feels like a nice, fresh, refreshing mist, and I love them, so I will most likely always buy Mario Badescu. And then this one is the Aloe Herbs and Rose Water one, and this is just like the sample size or whatever. It's like one of their smaller sizes. This one's really nice as well. The green tea one is definitely more fresh. The Aloe Herbs and Rose Water is a rose scent, and I like both of them. I haven't found a spray of theirs that I don't like. I finished one bronzer, and this is the Becca Sunlit Bronzer in Capri Coast. I'm impressed with this one because it took me forever to finish this. And of course, like I mentioned, Becca is not really sold in stores anymore, and I don't think they're officially a brand. But this was a very beautiful bronzer. I actually had this sent to me years ago from Octoly. This packaging broke a while ago, but I finished one highlighter, and this is the In Studio highlighter, and this is in Champagne Glow. I believe this was sold at Walmart for a short time. It was like just a little tiny display of $1 products, and this was one of them. This was very similar to the Becca highlighter in Champagne Pop, but it just had a little bit more of a silver tone. I finished this entire highlighter and I loved it. The quality was super nice on it, and I loved the way it looked on my skin. I haven't seen this since, so I don't think I could buy it again, but I think I probably would. And then finally we have the eye product category, and I believe this is the category I have the most finished in, and you'll see a lot of the same products in these categories that I always use because they are favorites. So to start off with the eye category, I have brow products. I have my e.l.f. brow gel. Love this. I'm currently using one now and have a backup after that. And then this is the CoverGirl Easy Breezy Brow Pencil, and this is in the shade Honey Brown. So I used up 2 brow products in total this year. This one took me like 2 years to finish. Apparently I don't go through brow pencils very easily. I do have fairly thick brows, so that probably helps. I wouldn't mind purchasing this again, but I am using a NYX one that I like a little bit better and is a little bit more precise. This one has one of those angled brow applicator tips. So it was a thicker pencil and it was angled, and I think it did work pretty nicely for my brows. For mascaras this year, I used up 4 of them, and I think you can tell which one is my favorite, and that is the Essence Lash Princess Waterproof Mascara. I did use up 3 of those. This brush is a natural bristle brush. It's kind of hard to open because it's been closed for so long, but it looks like this. It is not super skinny. I think it does have some thickness to it, but it's not a super fluffy brush. I feel like this does a nice job on my smaller eyes, and I think it can get my upper lashes really well and my bottom lashes. The next one is the CoverGirl Clump Crusher Mascara, and this one has been a favorite for years. I don't buy it super often just because a lot of times I do forget about it, but it still is a favorite of mine every time I buy it. So this has more of a curved brush, and it is a rubber bristle. I love this to help get the clumps out of my lashes, hence the name Clump Crusher, and I feel like it is perfect for my lower lashes as well. Another one I will happily repurchase. I love all of these mascaras. For pencil liners, I finished 2 of the Essence Long Lasting Eye Pencils in Black Fever. This is my favorite black eyeliner. I've used this for years, and I haven't bought anything different in probably at least 2 years. I love this, and I like the NYX one as well, but this one is like $3 compared to like $6 or $7. So I think this one is definitely a very good deal, and it's one I will repurchase all the time. I used up 2 liquid liners this year, and I'm very sad about this. This is the NYX Matte Liquid Liner, and I'm pretty sure these are discontinued now, which I'm so sad because this was, in my opinion, the best liquid eyeliner I've ever tried. I'm currently using the Wet n Wild Mega Liner right now, which I really like. I used to use this one in like high school and college, and I really like it, but I miss the NYX one. I feel like the brush was just thinner, and I feel like the application was just slightly better. And the last category is eyeshadows, and normally I would have a list, like a post-it note, and I record all the eyeshadows that I finished throughout the year. I don't think I finished any in like palettes. I only finished single shadows, but because of the pandemic and working from home, I'm not wearing makeup daily like I used to, so I'm not wearing eyeshadow as much as I used to, and eyeshadow takes forever to go through. So I haven't gone through many eyeshadows this year, but I did go through 4 of them. The only one that is not a matte cream color that I use for setting my eye primer and highlighting is this one, and this is the ColourPop in Ritz. I combined this with Ritz and Ladybird at one point. I did use up both of the shadows. I actually do have Ritz in a single, so I'll pull that out shortly, but this is such a beautiful brown shadow. It's very neutral, but it has some glitter particles in it. So this is the Ritz that I currently own. It looks like this in this like tan type of packaging. Here's what it looks like in the pan. I did hit pan on it, but with ColourPop shadows, I feel like they're very easy to hit pan on. But as you can see, it's just the most beautiful, like neutral, natural eyeshadow, but it has such a beautiful reflection. And I did swatch it out on my hand right here, so you can see what it looks like. I just love this shade so much, and I think it's one I'll continue to buy as I use it up. And then the last 3 shadows that I did use up were all like matte cream shades. This was Urban Decay Foxy. I've always loved the Urban Decay packaging. I always think it's so pretty. And this was more of like a yellow toned matte cream shade. Here's the empty pan. And then there was CoverGirl French Vanilla. This has more of a wider pan. This is the most recent one that I used up. This was more of like a white matte cream shade. It was definitely lighter. I would buy this again. This one would probably be the one I would buy the most just because it's the easiest for me to access, and I think the most affordable. And then this is the Jordana one in Ivory. And here is the empty pan on this one. This one is also more yellow toned, but not quite as yellow toned as Foxy. So that is it for my 2021 makeup empties. Definitely not as much as previous years. I have to compare to last year, so let me do that really quick because I forgot to do it just now. So last year I used up $404.88 worth of products at 43 products total. And this year, I only used up 23 products and $215.61 worth of products, but I'm honestly fine with that. A lot of the things that I used up were favorites of mine, and I'm just not wearing makeup enough. I'm lucky if I wear it once or twice a week. It's definitely not as often as I used to 2 years ago when I was going in the office daily and wearing a full face of makeup on the daily. Like, I'd be wearing makeup at least 5 days a week, but sometimes it would be 6 or 7 days a week, and now it's just maybe once or twice, if that. So it's just different circumstances. I used to beat myself up pretty bad about not finishing as many products as I wanted to, or just like unrealistic and just unnecessary goals on myself and just unnecessary pressure. So I'm done doing that. I feel a lot better about it. I'm fine with the $215 of product that I used up this year, and I just haven't been buying as much makeup either. So totally fine with that. I'm happy with my numbers. I'm not sure how often I'll be posting on this channel just because I still don't have a ton of motivation to, if I'm being honest. But if you guys have any ideas you'd like to see from me on this channel, please let me know in the comments down below. Hope you all had a great Christmas, a happy new year. Hope you all are staying safe and healthy. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already. I also have a horse channel if you want to check it out. It is called C&K Equestrian. I'll have it linked down below. Hope you guys have an amazing day, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Talk to you later. Bye.